All right, we are live. Let me do the usual stuff. All right. Let's see. All right, I'm just gonna wait a second. People to get here. Yes, I was late. I had a problem, which I'll talk about in a minute. All right, so sorry I'm late, number one, and Clay will be here in a little bit. I think he's got a counseling session he's at right now. The reason I'm late is I was listing and I dropped a brand new Mikasa cake plate, and I had it listed for like $30, and I dropped it and it smashed all over the floor. So clean that mess up. And that was a bummer. Hello, Jay. Hello, Val. Val Jay Sheltering. Hey, David. Glad you could drop by again today. My bookseller friend. Yeah, I know. I'm late. I'm here. Let me just catch up on the stream. Val is not having the lateness. Clay's going to be here in a few. All right. Yeah, it was a bummer. And it was even in the original box, and I was putting it in my bin, and I didn't. It slid out one of the sides and smashed up. So today, I don't know. Today's one of those weird days. I'm tired, and I'll kind of go into what the day looked like. But talking points are scrolling at the bottom as usual. You know, what's your day been like? What kind of listings do you have up? I want to go over yesterday's sales / Bolos. And I guess the new thing is what are your current weekly sales, listing totals, and what type of goal do you have for those? For me, so I woke up this morning, did my Patreon call. Our Patreon call was real heavy on Amazon and using programs like tactical arbitrage. Like there's a seller on there that makes Scott dumpster driving dad makes him look small. Like this dude has got VAs, he's using software, and he's killing it. And honestly, it was above my head. I've done a little bit of Amazon, but I prefer the eBay, the unique items. But it is good to get that information. So today was like a heavy session. I had 2 auctions I had to go pick up right after my call ended at 9. So I drove out about 30-45 minutes to pick up 2 lots from 2 different auctions. Well, one you can see behind me, it's pretty cool. It's a Mario Kart brand new sealed Monopoly game. And it also had one of those big doctor scales, like when you go to the doctor's office. And let's see, I got the Monopoly game for $5, and I got the health-o-meter scale for 10. And if I remember correctly, like that Mario Kart Monopoly game was going for like 40 or 50, and the health-o-meter scale was like, I believe, 100. And then I went to my other little auction place, and I picked up a lot of stuff. I even got some furniture. I got an end table. It's like an antique end table. A lot of glassware. Got some cool stuff. Hey, Scott. How you doing? Yeah, I was just telling everybody about our Patreon call this morning. We had there's a real big Amazon seller in our Patreon group, and he was kind of talking about his strategies and how he uses VAs and how they use software like tactical arbitrage and some other software pieces to do online arbitrage. It was pretty deep stuff. It was pretty interesting. So went and picked that up, and I was getting home. I have a Zoom call for school, so don't tell anybody. Shh, I didn't make it. Hopefully they didn't notice I wasn't there. But when you have about 20, 25 teachers from the English department on a Zoom call, hopefully I just no one noticed. So I missed that, and then I had to ship out the orders, which we'll talk about what sold yesterday. And today's kind of been a day of screw ups, and I also had another screw up. So I've been looking at my my traffic, my performance metrics on eBay. This daily refinement. He kind of showed us how to go through that, and I've talked a lot about that. And um, April 28th, I made a change. I switched my eBay account to free returns, and I also promoted most of my items in my closet to 1%. And it's pretty interesting. Here, I'll show you. I'm gonna go ahead and show you. And so that's what I was talking about today. Let's see. Let's share that. All right, so this is what it looks like. It's pretty insightful. I also found out I shipped out a wrong pair of sandals to someone. I've got some of the wrong size, so I'm gonna have to fix that tomorrow. Today, I guess if there was a title for today, it would be screw ups, breaking new cake plates. I had a sale going, or I thought I had a sale going. This week I'm supposed to have 20% off my store, and when I went, because I was like, why do I have no sales today? And I went in and I looked, and I had only, I guess, clicked one page, so I only had like 20 items on sale versus my whole store of over 700. So this is what I was talking about, like right here. This was the day before I did seller returns, listings, and you can see my impressions were at 43,000, page views at 297. This is the day I made the switch to free returns, and did promoted a lot at 1%. And you can see it basically doubles from one day to the next. And the other thing is, during this week, this is my last week of the month. This is when I do my 40% off sale, which is my max sale, and it ended on Sunday. And you can see all those numbers, right? The impressions were up tripled, page views were way up, and the sales were way up. And here's the interesting thing. So you come back Monday, and this is the top of the month, and I'm supposed to have a 20% off sale, but I only had 10 items at a 20% off sale. And you would expect these numbers to drop down closer to here. But look, they only dropped a little bit. So what that tells me is that the sales velocity from making all these sales last week kind of boosted my store up. And I just once again I realized that I screwed up on the sales, and they slowly been dropping. And I did fix that this morning, so hopefully those numbers will pick up. So I screwed up on my sales promotion. Yeah, it was pretty deep. Like, I don't know. But the other thing Chris says is, like, fully master one platform before you jump into another platform. Like, master eBay or Poshmark or whatever you're doing. And then also, like we were talking about. Oh, that's weird. We were talking about weekly listings and sales. And so I looked back on my past 7 days, and I'm at 20. I wrote it down because we had to go over this. Yeah, I'm at 2218 in sales between eBay and Poshmark the past 7 days. And I got up about 100 listings in that 7-day period. So if every week we're like that put me on pace for about 8,800 a month. And my next major goal is to get 10,000 a month in sales. So learning how to look at all those metrics and to be able to, I'm going to leave my promoted listings on the things I'm promoting at 1% this month. And each month I'm going to go up 1%. Now, apparently they were saying 7% is the magic number. where you get diminishing returns. Like every percentage you go up in your promoted listings, 1 up to 7%. At 7%, it kind of plateaus. Like anything above 7%, you're not going to get much of a result. But I'm not going to just jump straight to 7%. I'm going to do 1% a month increase and see where I'm at. Now, I'm not promoting everything. Like, that's where you're doing your research when you're listing these things. If you have an item that's very hot selling or very unique, let's just say, I don't know, I just listed this Craftsmasters vintage clock model 263. Like, there's some comps on this for over 100. By the way, I got it for $5. And so when I look at there was none available online, and I think there had been one sold, but it's rare. So why would I use promoted listings on something like that? So I think you do need to be smart and really kind of pick and choose which items you're using. Scott says my sister's having amazing sales on eBay, so I don't blame you. What's she sell, Scott? Like what's her niche? And I'll tell you the other thing, man. I've got all this glassware, and some of it's good, but man, it is slow going, slow listing, because a lot of these things don't have marks. So I'm kind of learning that niche. It's a little different than shoes or electronics or some of the other things I normally sell. All right. So let's see. And y'all comment, tell me how many listings have y'all got up today? And then when I got back from all that, I did start listing. I'm really tired. And to be honest, I'm going to see how many listings I have up. I only was able to list for like maybe an hour and a half. So I did not get the number of listings I would like to normally get. But, sometimes. Let's see. How many listings? So if you go to your email and just top in is live in the search bar, it'll pull up eBay listings. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 8. So I do have 8 listings up today. Yeah, it's Clay, it's in your Facebook. Well, here, I'll just send it again. I sent it to Facebook Messenger, man. Come on. Let's see. Get the link for Clay and anybody else that wants to jump on today. You're welcome to. Val, once again, I know you were on Clay's channel, so I think you should come on to mine. All right, here we go. Here comes the link. And voila. Yep, there's the link. Anybody that wants to join. Lots of ski stuff, but right now luggage and bags, which is weird. Yeah, because no one's really traveling right now. That is kind of weird. Some days you do here. I have no idea what that means, Clay. There's the link. Waiting on Clay, plus anyone else that would like to jump on. What's going on, man?
Hey, not much. How are you?
Man, it's been a rough day, to be honest.
Yeah,
like today,
I heard. I listened on my phone.
Just one of those days, like I'm tired.
Where'd you drop it? In the garage?
Yeah, on the concrete. Like it was a brand new Mikasa wedding cake plate and serving knife. I had just barely listed it at $39.99, and I go to put in the bin, and I guess the side panel wasn't secure, and the plate's heavy, so it slid out and smashed.
That's
like that. Yeah,
because that's a lot of pieces. Because you want to make sure.
Surprisingly, you could tell the quality of the plate. The whole thing didn't shatter.
Okay, that's good.
But there was a big chip, and I mean it's good as done at that point.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to write that off as a loss in the books and move on.
Hey, Dirty.
And I also, like I was saying earlier, I also was wondering why my numbers were low and my sale, I had like 20 items on sale.
Yeah, I got to start one. That's still on the list to start.
You know, I keep them running like every week. Like
Oh,
this
I
is
know.
20%
Yeah.
this week, 30% next, 40, and then 50, and then I price my items high to offset
Yeah.
some of
Yeah.
that because those sales boost you up in the algorithm.
Yeah. Yeah. I
So as
haven't
far as like
really.
saying you need to get to it, like that should be a priority, honestly. Like I would do that before I box. I did anything. I would get your sell going because the whole thing you're looking for is sales.
Oh, I know.
Um,
Yeah. It's on my list today. I'm about to
super
do
good.
pack and do mindless stuff while we do this so I can
Yeah,
do something like something I have to do, but like I'd rather do that right now. It seems like as good a use of time, kind of that, and put laundry up while we're doing this,
yeah.
and then get back to a few more listings and then like administrative stuff. Yeah, like sales and whatever else is on the list. Yeah, of things here.
Now I would be really upset if I dropped this one. This is a Fenton ruffled kit, and
Yeah,
Fenton is like a big name brand. Like
yeah.
I paid up on this. I think I paid 60 for it, but like comps were 250, 300 if I remember correctly.
Wow.
So
I admit,
I don't
stuff
know.
like that scares me. I probably won't bid on anything like that for a while. So you're good. You don't have to worry about competing with me, at least at first, just because I glass stuff that stuff always makes me nervous when you're in a store. Like you go by like if it was like this area where people would register for gifts, and there's nothing but like dishes and stuff like that, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh god,
Well, I've broken two. I took Japanese plates I had that sold, and I went to get them out of the bin, and they were broken. And
hey, we
either
won
me
the
or Jeff,
war. You don't have to punish them anymore, dude.
it's like, but overall, I mean, I think the one I broke now on those plates. Other than that, everything else has been all right.
Yeah, that's good.
Um, so yeah, listings. Yeah, I still need to go over the sales from yesterday, weekly listing goals and whatnot. Um, I guess we'll go ahead and get into that. I'll share.
Okay.
The
What's
funny thing is,
today's
Monday
the
was my best day I think ever on eBay, and then Monday wasn't, but yesterday wasn't so great.
6. Let's see. Oh yeah, I sold nothing yesterday on eBay, which is fine. It is what it is.
It is not fine. How is that fine?
Well, I mean, there's nothing, you can't change. I'm trying to learn to apply
No.
to
All right.
all
So what I would
areas.
say is figure out why nothing sold and
Oh,
try
I
to fix
know,
it. That's
but
what
I agree. But at the same time, that's it, I
building
I'm
an
just not going
excuse.
to stress
No.
about it. I didn't sell anything yesterday on eBay.
Well, there's different levels of stress. I wouldn't say stress. I would say be concerned a little bit.
Oh, I am a little, especially if I was full time, then I would be. But right now, while I'm still gearing up and have a paycheck for another 15 months,
All right, we need to talk, but let me go over these sales because we're gonna have to have a talking here. This mindset of yours. All right, so we'll put that on hold. But I wouldn't say stressed, but I noticed that I only had 3 sales yesterday.
Yeah.
And they're just headbands. So these are all small sales, 14, 13, and 12. 3
Yeah.
different headbands sold. And I'm not even going to go into those because I sell headbands all the time. But so when I went to my promotions and I saw that was the problem. And then I look at this performance metrics every day. Like I don't think you have to necessarily look at every day, but at least weekly.
Yeah.
To see where your numbers are at and understand the trends.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of weird for me that like Monday was my best day ever. I did 574 on eBay. And then yesterday I only did 40. And today I'm at 86. It's a little better, but I think you can also lose momentum.
Oh yeah.
Almost any little thing will cause you to lose momentum. Val, if he's living a stress-free life, he's living a money-free life. You have to have a little stress is good in the right amounts and with the right coping mechanisms, because stress is how we grow. He knows this. I mean, running. I mean, without if you don't put some stress on your body as a runner, you're not going to improve. Same thing for eBay. Now, I'm not saying, you know, totally freak out or anything, but like a day with no sales is a day that it would get my attention. I'd put it that way.
Well, yeah, for sure. I mean, it should for me, but for you, for sure, because you've been like, you're basically full time even before all this crap, you know. So for you, for me, I'm just trying to look at it like, yeah, what can I do to get better a little bit? And as I gear up more and more, you know.
Well, Jody and Val got your back, but
yeah, because there's just so many things that I'm working through, you know, like that, looking at that data. That's, I know I've got to have a strategy, but once I get through the death pond, all that, then I'll be able to set a schedule, you know, like I won't go pick up those remotes probably till I get some of the other crap done that I need to, you know. I'm a bad influence. You're not a bad influence.
No, I mean, I guess we can have slacker resellers group. That's okay. I don't know. Like, to me, I'm just very goal oriented, and it's not the end of the world. Like, I mean, I'm not going to go beat myself up for having no sales yesterday.
Okay.
I just think like the appropriate response is why, what's happening, try to figure it out, and then keep listing.
Oh, that I have been, yeah.
And that's good. And the listing will turn into more sales.
Oh yeah, I'm at 351, I think, or something. I have like 3 things. What I get? How many on eBay today? 3 things on eBay, and 5 or 6 are at Sellhound.
Mm-hmm.
So 9 plus. There's, man, my close. I'm so close. I've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 things that I can get done listed tonight. So my close, maybe 10, these 2. So I'll finally be done with close, like from that storage unit, from Angie, from my own stuff. And then it's a few miscellaneous, maybe like 10 more miscellaneous. I don't really count the Avon because I got to figure out how I'm going to do Avon, you know, whatever. But yeah, the Avon might be just list some of the valuable ones together, like you did, or all the cars together and donate, or we give them away. That's some of the prize.
Yeah. Sell the valuable pieces, lock the semi-valuable, and get rid of the stuff that costs more to list than it's worth. Hey, I recognize that that artwork you have on your wall back there. That looks familiar.
That picture?
Yeah.
Do you have that or something? Or
did you get that from Lance or somebody?
No, I bought it at like, what is it? Home Goods or one of those stores like that. I just thought it's cool.
I had some of those in my classroom. Like, I got through Donors Choose.
Okay. Yeah, it's just, I like the colors, the orange and the purple, like the mountains or whatever, you know.
Well, yeah, Jody, I agree with you on that. Just think about it, right? You wouldn't get onto an airplane that doesn't have a goal where the place it's going to land. It's the same thing for reselling or anything in life. You've got to have goals. You don't have anything to aim at, to work towards.
There we go.
And it's fine to make adjustments. Like, man, some of the glassware I'm looking, like, why did I buy all this? Some of it's good, but some of it's just like, oh my God, what am I doing? And it does make me want to hit some thrift stores. Like, I think I'm going to be a little more choosy on the auctions and maybe get back to some thrift stores.
Wait, he's changing his model, folks. You know, I'm just giving you crap, like you give me crap.
Yeah, I will.
There is no changing models as a reseller.
Well, yeah, there is.
Well, there is, but with you and I think we're just the personality where we're just always going to maybe do all of it, unless you found, well, even if you found like I don't know. Let's just say you could sell what this thing did something, and you could sell like 20 of these a day for $20, and you made 400 a day. Sure,
Yeah.
you do that, but knowing you and me, we'd still do the bins. We'd go to estate sales. We'd do auction. We'll get a storage unit, like
My life could be real simple. I could just do Poshmark replenishables. Like I did 1,200 last week on Poshmark. Like that's pretty decent,
and
and
that
that would take.
it's your replenishables mostly.
Yeah, I would only work maybe 2 hours a day doing that.
Oh, see, I got to get into that, and like, yeah, because I don't necessarily need that much, but if I could make a consistent, even like after taxes, buying the stuff, even like 400, like just think that could pay rent. Or now the goal is to have a house. If I could pay rent / mortgage with replenishables, because to me, that's the biggest, that / car payment,
Yeah. So they're talking goals. Val needs some goal setting help. Jody's doing a couple months out. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
if you're in that Patreon group, you have to think that way because it comes up so much.
Yeah, and that's why, like, today I went to YouTube for a second a few hours ago, and he was like, join in tomorrow, email me if you want to, we're going to have some good stuff. And I'm like, maybe I just do the one, like, freebie call like he's offered before, but then I'm like going, if they say goals, that's just not, maybe in a couple hours, but right now I'd still be like, I'm just trying to work on all my different things to work down, and then.
But that's not a goal. That's.
Oh, I know. To most people, yeah, it is to me. To pack up, to list, to I know it because there's no data.
Well, it has to be specific. It would be more like, hey, I'm going to list 20 things a day for 5 days this week. I'm going to list 100 things with an average profit of at least $10 each.
Yeah.
And then, all right, well, how are you going
to? I could probably do that with like the remotes. Maybe I'll join next week because the remotes I could wait till Monday and be like, I got 100 remotes. I'm going to list 20 a day. They should be $10, blah, 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 something easy. That's all that.
Yeah, and shoes, and that's good. That's good, Jody. On one-off, that's good. And my shoe soles are back up, like playing on. We won't really talk about it on here, but I've got a new idea that I want to kick around. But
yeah,
I'm not giving up on shoes. That's for sure.
Heck no, I'm not either.
The shoe model right now. I mean, you have to go out, and I'm not get masked up, gloved up one day, and
I might in a few weeks. But for me, it also seems like the storage unit, because there's minimal contact there. And
yeah, I've been looking on those too. There weren't a whole lot. Like they were all private seller. I don't know what's up with like.
Yeah, there was one on. There was nothing literally going on Auction Fox or Locker Fox, but I'm scrolling on storage treasures.
Yeah.
And like, let me just go to the top. There's a couple of high ones, and I'm like, no, one had a motorcycle in it. Did you see that one? But you couldn't see the name of the brand. So you're like, even though, excuse me, the title is in there, you're like, I don't know enough. But there's like 1 or 2 units that right now are like 40 or 50 that there's not much crap that I'm like, well, I might buy that just myself. Nothing against you, just because it's like a small amount of inventory. Or if I saw one that was a little more more crap without too much furniture, be like, do you want to? Yeah, we split it so we get a video and some easy stuff. Or if there's clothes, maybe I take more of the clothes and we figure out like. But even doing that, I'm like, I don't know if I for sure will, because the auction deal might be fun to try because minimal contact.
Yeah. I don't know. I've been looking. I'm waiting for a really good one.
I haven't seen on storage. Just that's the only one I looked the other day. Yeah, there's nothing that seemed as good as the ones that you got or we got. Well,
Yeah,
not really
that's some
count
pretty
that.
good ones. The last one I did, like I haven't sold any of those purses yet, so that one
Oh
sold a
yeah, I
few
forgot about that.
Colorado. That's probably the worst of them. But
Yeah,
hey,
it'll pay off. It'll just.
but I've been doing all right at the online estate sales and auctions. Like, it's easy
And
to
when
keep an
you say,
inventory.
and without you giving away, when you say the online estate sales, is that from the site I'm looking at, the auction
But
site?
that's one, and there's other places too. But yeah,
Okay, so there's some sites that are like,
let me pull up yard sale treasure map. Let's see if we got anything happening today. So I need to make that. I need to look at that each day. In the
there's
morning.
one out in Rockwall that oh, I need to.
Well, there's two. Well, there's a garage sale up in Irving today. I'm gonna click
Yeah,
on it.
so maybe.
So will be an alley behind house. That sounds shady. They have paint, small furniture and tables, miscellaneous household items, vintage items. Ooh, vintage items. Kitchen items, office, workout equipment, women's and juniors clothing, small and medium, women's shoes, size 5 to 7 or more. It's a bit of a drive for one garage sale, but that's
Yeah.
interesting. Which makes me all right. I need to look at tomorrow. What's happening tomorrow? Still pretty slim
Oh,
pickings.
good, nice.
There's some up north, like in Plano, Allen, Frisco.
Yeah.
But that's too far.
Yeah, I'm not. I wouldn't, even if I had my. Let's see. Like, yeah, the only thing that interests me. Oh yeah, let's see the ones in South Plano. Adidas, Vans, shoes.
Yeah, I think most people still aren't really doing garage stuff right now.
Bjorn shoes, some sneakers. Oh, it started like today, so I bet. Well, theirs would be gone because today. Yeah, today's Thursday. Estate sale, garage sale.
But there are thrift stores still open.
Yeah, I just don't want to go where there's a bunch of people yet. I'm still.
Yeah, well, I have an N95 mask, but it fogs up my glasses. So
Yeah.
I think Claudia is getting some just the cloth ones.
Yeah,
So I'm probably
that's
gonna
what I have. Yeah.
Like right now, I'm using a bandana.
Yeah. Let's see, Saturday. Oh, there's more. Nope, even less actually on Saturday.
Yeah, they might put more up later. Muting y'all while I film. Still watching.
Oh, she's.
What are you filming, Val?
One of your boxes.
A mystery box.
Is Jay in here? He was earlier, right?
It was earlier, yeah. It was earlier.
Was, yeah.
So I don't know. Like I just don't have a lot today. This is just kind of a day of minor screw ups. Mentally tired, physically tired.
Oh, I get it. Yeah. My sales. See, I did sell 2 things yesterday on Posh for a total of, what was it, an $88 and a $35. So what is that? That's 3, 8 plus 3, 11, $123 before their fees or whatever, and I paid a total of like $10. So that's, pretty good off of 2 things.
Nice.
You're okay. I gave you plenty of food. Cats want more food.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna wait. Order status. Oh, I need to print that label. Yeah. Trying to, like I said, download shipping label. Living.
Man, I wanted to take a nap. How motivated I am. Like I'm so tired. Instead of listening, I really wanted to take a nap, but I came out here and listed anyway.
That's good.
Kind of.
I get it. Yeah, it's that balance of, like I got up this morning, fed the cat, and I was so tired. I was like, instead of sitting on the sofa trying to wake up and do something, I was like, I'm trying to get better and better. And I crept to sleep went a little earlier last night. It was still probably like 11:30, but fell asleep on the sofa. So it's like I went back to sleep and slept off and on, had weird dreams. I don't know what, but just know it was weird. Okay. So there's one label.
Let's see.
Scissors. You're okay, Scooch. You're okay. We'll eat more later. I fed you, buddy.
It's funny. When you talk to your cat, Clay, it's like it's a person.
Hey, she's my kid. I adopted her when she was 3. She's 16 now. She's bugging me about, the driving test, but I've told her it's not really safe. No opposable thumbs. So I just, as a responsible parent, I just don't feel like I should. There's only been one successful driving cat. That was Toonces on Saturday Night Live. So I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah.
I'm still around, just working. See, this is where, part of me, I'm a little more motivated besides like you now having a thermal and everybody in the world. And I don't mind cutting like you didn't, but I paid my Amazon credit card to pay off like what other technology I bought or something, but I didn't realize that I also had set it on auto pay. So the auto pay was just the minimum of like $38. So that paid, and then I paid the whole thing. So I have a credit of $38. So it's kind of like, well, now I have a discount of $38 off of a thermal printer because that money's already hit my bank account.
Yeah, like I was like you, like I put it off for 2 years, and I regret that. I mean, like if I could go back, almost like day one.
Because I got all the other technology, like the light box, I got like pretty quick when you told me it was worth it. The extra light ring, sure. The phone took about. Well, if you really only count like depending how you count when I started, which is almost November, then it was only like 4 months. But now it's like, yeah, I feel like thermal printer and GoPro. But since I'm not going out, don't need a GoPro.
I have bought too much crap. I think about it. Like, oh my
so
God.
the thermal printer seems better than a GoPro because I can always just.
Well, the thermal printer is giving you time back.
Huh?
The thermal printer gives you time back, which is valuable. Yeah. And I've heard people talk about it. It's weird how sometimes you're like, yeah, okay. But until you actually do it yourself, you're like, oh, why didn't I do that before?
And I've always believed it would help us, and maybe some of it I kind of follow you. I also, Mel, that Australian lady I watch, she does a bunch of sales per day generally, like clothing and shoes, but still just but she's kind of like us, like saving up, to do it. Because someone on one of her videos was like, you don't have a thermal, you got to get one. And she's like, oh, I don't mind. But it's kind of like that. How much will it save? Because she'll put pictures on Instagram of like 30, 40 packages.
So here's the thing, right? And I agree because I used to think that same way. So I'm on the other side. That if it saves you a minute per package, those 30 and it's really probably a half. So those 30 or 40 packages, that's another hour. With that extra hour, I can list $400, $500, $600 worth of merchandise. So really, and you're not buying any more ink.
Yeah.
So it's going to pay for itself really quickly.
Oh yeah, like now my real printer, which was only like $80, can just be used for the random. I don't know what I would print much, with it. So that's good. That thing will last years and years. Okay.
Right.
One package done for.
Long.
The one thing about Poshmark, it is nice. Like you just package it, print, and go. Versus like, the dimensions and all that crap, on eBay. You okay, Scooge? Scooge. My thermal printer has been so amazing. It's nice to see. Nice to have all the time saved. It was one of the longest processes when picking sold inventory and getting it out. Now it's quick. Yeah. Because like for me picking with my shoe wall, it's like, that's why I kind of don't mind clothes and shoes, because I spent so much time on that, my system. And I can fit like 3 things at least per shelf. I just hope that it's stable up there. We need to inspect it later and double check.
I agree, Jody. Like I regret, like I'm kicking myself in the butt for all that time I lost, but not anymore.
Jacob, I get it. I don't. Yeah, I maybe can't justify, but like I said, I went with the light box. I mean, the phone. I wouldn't have, if I was not doing eBay and YouTube. I would still have my little SE, or I would have upgraded to the new SE. You know, which still would have been better than.
Yeah. Listen to Jody. That's good. The way I look at it, the sooner you get a thermal, the better. Even if you're only selling 2 or 3 items a day. Reason being, the sooner you buy it, the sooner it'll pay for itself in time and money. That's a great point, Jody. That's a great point. It was only like $179. I mean, it's $179, but.
And yours was new, right?
Yeah, brand new.
So see, $180. I have $38 credit. See, so then mine's down to $140 already. I'm going to look at my financial spreadsheet and see what all the bills I've paid and what is left. I need to set aside, like I said, for taxes for this year. You know, I want to get caught up on that because I like to stay current. But maybe I might go on and just be like, okay, I can afford and get that done. You know, like I said, the GoPro, fine. I can use my phone when we start going back out, you know, and just wear a chest dealer just in my hand. That's why I just ordered a Ferrari so I can start paying it off. A Ferrari? Oh, Jay, you're so funny. Oh,
well,
Jay.
If the Ferrari would help you save time in your reselling, I guess it would.
You would quicker, really fast, right?
Couldn't carry much, and the depreciation. It's not as bad as a Cadillac on depreciation, but not too far.
You can sell your bike. I mean, that'll pay down like 1/1000th of the Ferrari, right?
If that.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe not. Oh, here's a question. Okay, for everybody out there. So, shoes in the poly bag. Probably should have done some foam. Oh well, or not foam. Yeah, the bubble wrap, but I didn't. When you fold it over, and I know it's hard to see, but you know where there's like the hole. Do you tape this or not? No. Okay.
Sometimes I'll put tape to reinforce the seal.
Yeah, along it. I'm kind of paranoid, and sometimes I'll spend time to. I'm afraid, like,
is money
catching on something. And do you always bubble wrap shoes?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Now I'm like,
I guess not always.
Part of me is like, maybe I'll cut this open and bubble wrap. Yeah. I didn't do the other pair either, but they were tight.
What kind of shoes were they?
Mud, women's mud Oxford shoes. It's these, like that.
Yeah, I probably would have put a single layer on it. But,
okay. For a few cents, I can waste a poly bag.
It's weird. Like now, I'm always looking at how can I make my profit. And since I moved in the garage too, like everything is right here, so I don't have to move all over the house. And that saves time.
Yeah, that's why I would bubble wrap shoes always. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm just out of it and trying to talk and see, this is why you can see I need silence to actually work. I can't, it's hard for me to
I'm so sleepy.
Get stuff done.
Yeah. And then I won a few items at another auction that I forgot about. And the guy called me. So I gotta go pick those up Saturday. I'm like, all right, I'm getting out of control a little bit here. And I've been knocking out listings, so I'm able to keep up, but it's like I don't have room in here if I went thrifting.
Yeah.
So if I go thrifting, it'll be shoes and hard goods, pretty much.
Yeah, like clothes. Well, I'm going to build another generic box wall, no brand on it. And then the hard goods is fine because my storage unit is, depends. I mean, heck, I can walk down there, worst case, and it's only like 35 minutes, so you get exercise, but it's just worst case 10-minute drive, which isn't far and gets me miles,
Yeah.
Part of me almost, though, it's that whole deal, like, the only bad thing, not having a bigger place and having everything here, if I have to go to the storage and come back here to print, then the post office is close, but it's just one more trip. It's almost like, too bad I can't have like a printer here and a printer there, a scale here. You know what I mean? Like double up on. All right, good. Yeah, not too late. Okay, right, Jay. Yeah, it's only well, it's still near midnight, but good. Yeah, I know your sleep. We've talked about. Yeah, that's good. Get back on a better schedule. And then tomorrow you can tell us if you got all the electronics and stuff.
It's funny. I sent Dr. Lori a picture of a stone sculpture from my honey hole, and like the people that list up there give the worst information. Like some of these auction places will really give you good information. Yeah. So it's good and bad, right? So as a buyer, it's more of a gamble, but that means there's probably fewer people willing to take those gambles also. Like I sent her that information and she's like, there's no marks. It's one bad picture. She told me all the problems with it, but she said, based on what I could see because of that, I would say it's probably worth about $50. But, the more information is worth more.
And you're saying the description that the place is putting like online, correct?
Yeah, it's just a really poor description. But
yeah, I kind of noticed that because like a couple things when I was just seeing what I could find on eBay, I was like, I just like typed in what it was. Like, one was easy, Elvis cookie jar. But, but this other thing that I looked up, I found it just because I guess I'm decent on eBay, but their description wasn't like great. I just kind of matched it by picture. And I've learned enough.
So that's where I mean, it just becomes a bit of and like at a low price, I've learned on most of the lots, like a small bid will, if I can get it at a cheap price, I'm not going to lose money at the least.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I've seen other auctions where they give very descriptive.
Oh God, where are those scissors? Oh, there they are. What was that?
So based on that, I'm gonna go ahead and put a bid. All right. All the bids in the world. What's your bedtime? Jay? What's sloth bedtime? All right. Have a good night, Jay. Yeah, I'm only going until 6.
I might look at that.
Yeah, Jacob, like she's like the expert in antiquities. She has a PhD in antiquities from Penn State, and she travels around she does appraisals. She on TV shows. She has a big YouTube channel, and she has a subscription service. It's expensive, so that's why I'm using a lot. I'm like, well, if I'm gonna pay that much,
yeah,
I'm gonna use it, and I'll see at the end of the 6 months, I'll evaluate if I thought of it. Here, I'll show. All right, I'll show y'all.
Could that be something that, like, if I started getting into it, like if one of us paid and we split it and create like a new email or something like that?
She like that. She makes it real clear on there that you can't do that.
Okay.
I wouldn't want to risk it.
Yeah, I get it. Well, because it's her. She's just making so much money. Yeah.
Yeah, she's here she is. She's got 73,900 subscribers.
I watched part of a video yesterday, then it distracted me while I worked, so I had to turn it off.
She's very informative. Like,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Whatever I was listening to, it was good. I just couldn't think, to work. Like I said.
Yeah, her channel is not one you can watch in the background.
Well, and I have a hard enough time doing that, as we've, but
yeah, when I watch her, it's where I'm not doing anything else. I'm just watching.
Yeah. When you're talking about some weird wooden bowl, and you're like, what?
Here, let's see. Let's go to her most recent one. We'll drop in for a minute on one of her videos. Man, I am tired. I can't even think straight. All right. Yeah, they got it.
Pre-printed, prepaid label.
So here's her latest one that she dropped. Oh no, that one's premiering. All right, this one dropped 4 days ago.
More than a blogger. An influencer. With the help of Bluehost's powerful tools and expert advice, don't just make a website.
All right.
A fuddling cup. I purchased it at a...
That's a crazy looking cup.
About a month ago. And here is the mark, which I hope you can see.
Hi, Donna. Thanks for sending me your video.
I think the one I watched yesterday.
They were called puzzling or
There's an
puzzle.
echo or something.
Okay,
You hear?
this is bored.
Huh?
You like, what do you
Feels like
mean?
there's an echo.
Well, basically, when people who are
Can you hear it?
making ceramics,
Yeah, it just seems like maybe it's just me.
you know that they've either had a lot of success in whatever they're known for, right? Or they, in fact, are thinking, well, let's try something new and different to see if I can achieve it.
So she's very informative. Like, she can tell she's
is
a professor that like she teaches.
I also saw when I first looked at it, people always ask me, what do you see? When I first looked at it was the brightness of the clay. Really white, really nice glaze, no crazing. That crackle pattern that comes from, transfer of heat, temperature, humidity changes, that kind of thing. So none of that. So really fresh, well executed, really good material. That's the first thing I saw.
So for her, you have to watch quite a bit before some of these things start to sink in.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, that's what I realized. Yeah.
All the way back to the ancient Asians. So it's not a new type of.
So it's not. I won't watch the whole thing, but it's not like watching material. But like she'll give you tips on how on the pottery or the ceramics. Like that's a tip. The whiter it is, the better.
Oh yeah.
So she'll give you guidelines that you can keep in the back of your mind.
Yeah, general knowledge. Sorry, Scooch.
That's a good question, Jacob. I need to ask her that. Like I know she does separate appraisals, which are like she charges quite a bit of money for that. I need to ask her. I would assume so that I could put appraisal for it, but I guess I need to ask her that. And to be honest, it's not like everything. Like I won't need her for this. Like I've already found this on WorthPoint myself. Fenton, plum, glass basket. But there's probably 5 to 10% of the items that I struggle finding. So, or like that item, I was thinking about bidding on it, but I was curious like what she thought. So her low value based on the poor listing was $50. So I'm okay to go $10 on that. And there's a chance that maybe there's a famous artist signature or there's more information if I'm able to buy it, and then the value could go up.
Yeah.
Like when I'm bidding on things, no matter where I'm going pretty much. Like let's just say I find an item that comps say it'll sell for 100. I don't want to really spend more than a third. So $33 would be kind of my max. Because you got, by the time you do the fees and taxes and whatnot, basically spend a third to make a third profit is kind of the guideline. Now, obviously, lower is better.
That's what, Chad Goldenfinger was saying, like when he was using an example of like an expensive camera,
Yeah. It just makes me realize so many things. But I don't know. I'm trying to learn more and more, and I enjoy researching and learning. So I kind of geek out on this stuff anyway.
Yeah.
So it works for me. Like saying I'm a shoe expert, but I have a good, especially men's shoes, and I could source probably without my phone and be okay even. But
That's good. See, I like that. Yeah, that I can source and not be near as knowledgeable as you, and feel like I can learn this easier than most any other. To me, at least, some other jobs that I could do, like some businessy, like, you know, where I'd be like, what the fuck report is that? Oh, sorry.
Anyways,
Sorry.
golly.
I was cursing a decent amount with my therapist. Yeah.
For $499 for 6 months, I would say only do it if you're going to be
A lot.
niche a lot. Like for me, I plan on sticking with estate sales, storage units, places, even thrift stores. That's going to be one of the areas I'm hitting. So basically for me, it's going to be shoes, some hard goods, and a lot of the vintage antique collectible. And like she'll tell you, like the places she recommends hitting in the thrift store, it would be paintings. Apparently there's a lot of money in some of those paintings. Like jewelry, some of the silverware.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I mean, there's money in glasses, dishes. Like it's weird how I like to sell plates. Like I've quite a few expensive plate sales.
Yeah, plates I'm willing to, yeah, because like I say, especially because if you can, well, it's like they'll find something, look something up, especially even just get an inkling.
Well, let me show you. So today, I did this earlier, and like I bought for $5. This was part of my lot, and it had a bunch of these colored glasses. Only one of them. They're kind of unusual. Only one of them. This one had a mark on it. It's Wheaton, New Jersey, and I found one like this that sold for 10. But I've got 9 different bottles in here, but none of them that I could tell are worth like over $10 by themselves. So what I did is I lotted all 9 of them.
Yeah.
And here's this vase. That's kind of cool. This blue vase. I lotted all 9 of them up, and I think I listed it at like $39.
Okay.
And I would even take an offer, but I'm only in the whole lot for $5, and there's more than this. I forget what else this came in. Oh yeah, there was a. Let me show you the other piece that came with this. This one is like this piece right here. This is cool. Check this out. This is blown glass. Here, I'll be Lori like here. Try not to break the glasses. This, all right. This, my viewers, is blown glass. They blow on the glass.
Right.
It is hollow tubed in here. It is a floral pattern measuring 9 inches long, 4.5 inches across here. And I did find comps on 20 to 30. I paid $5 for the lot. So I've got this listed, I think, at like $29.90 or $39.99, I forget. And I've got the others lotted for the same price. And also another thing I'm doing on my bookkeeping to make it easier.
Yeah.
Like I used to do the average cost. Like if there were 10, all right, let's say I spent $5 on 10 items. Well, you would put 50 cents each in the SKU for the cost of goods. But on this kind of stuff, I'm picking the most expensive thing, and I'm putting the full value on that. So, like, I've got $5 as the cost of goods on that flour, and I've got these at 0 just to make my life a little easier with accounting. So that's another one.
Okay, I see. You put the value. Okay, sorry, I was listening and packing. So you buy 5 things, and the top deal, for example, is $20. It gets, and you bought whatever. You paid $20 for 5 things, and that one thing that's going to go for 50 gets the 20, and the other 4 0 for easy bookkeeping. Got it. That's a good way to.
Versus like, so I've got a lot of 9 bottles there. Like trying to figure out what's the cost of goods on that.
Kind of like how we do all these clothes. Yeah, like 50 cents or.
Yeah, like you could have just picked. You could even show a loss, right? Let's say you got a like on that storage unit, I could have done, say, a jacket, and even if I sold it for 50, I could have did a cost of goods at 100, and that would have showed me a negative 50, but everything else would have been a 0.
Yeah.
Jacob, yeah, storage units are fun. They are definitely more work. A lot of moving, a lot of junk, a lot of trash. But that being said, they're still very profitable if you pick the right ones.
And it's fun, Jacob. Even if you don't know anybody who resells, just get someone to go through it with you. Brian and I did 2 together. One took like 2 minutes, but then the next one took a while. Then I helped him on one. The last one I couldn't do because all this crap had hit, and I was doing something that day. I was out picking up something, I guess.
I would add Offerup in there. Like, I do better on Offerup than I did on Mercari. Like, Offerup, I think, is undervalued.
And I like Facebook Marketplace for what I've sold. Yeah,
Facebook Marketplace is
for big crap, man. I've sold.
Well, I've got some paintings here, and I did send her. Here, let me show you that. Wait, where is it? Yeah, so there's there's a painting over there. So I sent that into her, and I've got on the other side of there's 2 more big paintings. There ain't those big paintings, so I have those listed on Facebook Marketplace, Offerup, and also eBay, but local.
Where'd those come from?
Storage unit. Like, I have 7 pieces for bucks.
Said again, was that the last storage unit you did? You're on your own when I didn't get to go with you to clear it out with a person?
No, this was an auction. This was an
auction. I thought you said
auction. Now, like, that one looks kind of old. Like, for $5, I'm like, I'm just rolling the dice. I'm hoping, but the downside is they take up a lot of room too.
Yeah.
So I'm at the point. I'm definitely gonna have to go get a storage unit this summer and keep my bigger stuff there. I also got a big weight scale. You can't see it in here, but I was talking about that earlier. And that behind me, there's a Mario Kart Monopoly game that's new.
I saw that. Yeah.
So I don't know, like. So I just kind of have a process every day. Like, I build in an hour a day at least to look on online auctions and online storage auctions. That way I can keep up with a little bit what's out there. And
yeah.
I think eventually I'd like to increase that to a couple of hours a day and maybe just start to get better stuff. Or I'm going to bring another lister on. But to train somebody to list this stuff, hard, because I'm myself am figuring some of this stuff out.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's a whole nother. Yeah,
you would need somebody like Craigslist Hunter, the girl that works for him.
Yeah,
but somebody like that you would have to pay them a lot of money.
Yeah,
because it's not even like looking up shoes or video games or books, something you can scan. Like, you got to have good research skills to do that game. Oh, we are pushing up against 6 o'clock.
Oh, wow.
Guys and gals, that magical time of the day. And today I'm actually kind of ready to shut it down.
I can tell. Yeah, you need to. You shouldn't be. If you're awake at 11, that's too late for you tonight.
Yeah, I think
you're tired. I'd be like, you could probably get in bed at 9 and be out. I bet.
I could probably go sleep right now. But I guess doing 6 days a week for several months now. It's just kind of caught up to me, at least today. Like, this is how I know I love doing this, because usually I don't get tired, and even today I was tired. I powered through.
Yeah, I don't mind. Like, once I get time, and get going on it, it's not like
now
work.
That I'm doing this model more. I'll keep doing shoes, but now I'm doing this model more. It's like it's true treasure hunting, because I don't know exactly what I have when I buy a lot. So as I'm like, when I found that book, that rare book, that was a true piece of treasure that I found.
Yeah.
So it kind of keeps me on my tiptoes. Like, well, the next box might have something really cool. Glue that plate back together. No, it's going to the donation bin. I just wrote it off in my books.
That'd be funny, kind of, but
I mean, it sucks, but you know,
yeah,
that's part of it.
yeah.
Yeah, the late nights. Yeah, that's my natural tendency too, is to stay up.
Yeah, like that's why I'm gonna work and kill off my clothes, but after that, it's try to do a little administrative and be in bed like at 9, even if I'm watching something on the laptop, because I know I'll pass out. So that tomorrow I have a whole day and I don't need to like wake up, feed the cat, then sleep more. You know?
Well, if I didn't have to be on, well, there's two things. One is Wednesday, I'm making myself go early, and two, I got that 8 a.m. call, and it's such a valuable call. Like I have to be on that. So it kind of forces me to get up.
Yeah.
Which makes me get in bed by 11. So I'm usually up about 6, no later than 7. I saw your videos in Insta Fufu. Are you going to be joining the world of YouTube?
Oh, he's on Instagram. I don't really look at Instagram, so
I'm trying to post more on there, but it's an afterthought. I'm like, oh yeah, I should. I posted a picture of like a lot of packages I think that went out.
okay. All I use it for, I've messaged Val. We've traded a couple of messages, and
well, I think from my understanding, it would be like it's a good way to drive traffic to your YouTube also.
Yeah.
You can put your YouTube link in your bio.
Yeah.
So that's what I'll always say. Like yesterday, I sent out a bolo, that Mexican salsa maker.
Yeah.
And I put a picture of what it sold for, and I paid $1 for it. And I just like, for more tips and tricks, check out my YouTube link in bio. And I maybe because I have started to get a few more subscribers trickle in. Maybe that's helping. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Once that's, for me, way down on the list, but yeah. Then I'll probably do some Insta, but till then, I do find.
Which auction were y'all looking at?
Oh, yesterday, who was it? I can't remember. I messaged her and I was like, "Oh, so and so's live. What is it? Locker Nuts. We're live."
Okay.
I didn't watch a long time, Val. Yeah, too rich. Yeah, and then I was working and it was distracting me, so I think I maybe watched part of Pure Hustle or something, but. Yeah, I do like that almost every day someone is selling something like Auction Pirate. My God, every day I feel like he's selling something, But that's his
Well, that's the thing. To do storage units, you have to be able to unload all that crap because a lot of it's just low quality items.
Yeah,
and so that's the other thing. If I get into storage units heavy, and you can't really unload them in Village right now.
Yeah,
because I guess that's closed too.
You get better deal with a small auction. Yeah, because not as many people watching. And yeah, like those overalls you got. Now it makes me, in a minute, when this is over, I don't think I'm going to go live tonight. Tomorrow, guys, maybe I will. But maybe while I work, I'll try to see if there's a small auction just to see. Yeah, because the other day I almost won some like plush that would have been pretty good money and some toys. But yeah, I agree. The small ones. Or on the big ones, you're like, oh, I can't win that. And the other day there was a decent sized one, and I was like, oh, I could have won that for $5 more. And you're like, oh well, yeah.
Yeah, well, I think, and this is what Mark Mercer said on both the Daily Refinement interview and the Pure Hustle podcast interview. Great interviews too. Probably my two. So that dude knows what he's doing. But he said you've got to be cool and collective about it. Like figure out what you think it's worth, figure out what your max is, and then don't go above it.
Yeah.
And it's easy to get caught up in the bidding and want to win it, but if you pay too much for it, that's not going to help you.
Yeah. Somebody, I'm looking up this address real quick. Somebody wants to buy this T-shirt. They're in Indonesia. I might take it, but I'm also like going, God, it makes me nervous sometimes. Like they have no ratings, and like, sure it's real, but I'm like, I didn't pay that much. I can wait, maybe.
Yeah, comics. I bought a couple, and they're still in my inventory. Like I don't know enough about it.
Yeah.
I did watch Primetime Treasure. Yeah, Primetime Treasure. He does a lot of comic books. So like but I don't know enough to really get into that game, or at least to pay up for them. If I came across them for dirt cheap or in a storage unit, maybe. All right, guys, it's after. I've got hit all of our points. Clay's gonna get some listing done. I'm gonna go get some food. Thanks for stopping by today. Hopefully, I don't break anything tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow will be a better day. Any final words of wisdom, Clay?
No, I'm just now scrolling because now I'm like, is somebody doing an auction live right now? So, Derek NASCAR man 3345. Huh. Okay. Rakin, if anybody's interested, is live right now interviewing somebody. So,
all right, guys.
Wade's Venture. Oh yeah, he's doing something. Maybe I'll hop over and watch Wade.
I took his class. He's good.
I gotta do that.
All right, thanks for stopping by, guys. Happy treasure hunting. Until tomorrow. Peace.
See you guys.